Good evening, guys. Welcome back. Here in my little garden, and I just wanted to show you some fun things around here. And I finally got my insect netting. It took 3 weeks. I think I ordered it. My cows are being crazy tonight. I think I ordered it at the end of, or like during when the UPS was going to go on strike, but then it ended up not going on strike, and then it took it that long because everybody was ordering things. So it's just the way the cookie crumbled. But I finally got it. I had showed you my cabbage, the worst one here. I actually haven't seen any like worms on it. So tree. I actually haven't seen any worms on it, so I'm still gonna cover it. But these cows are being very naughty tonight, and I think it's because they're like mooing at me while I'm in here, which is very rude. And I think it's because I've been letting them out to eat grass, and I didn't let them out today because our handyman has been working on roofing our hay barn that's been leaking, and so I let them out over the weekend when he wasn't working. But then today, these people have gotten accustomed to a certain way of life, apparently. So I'm throwing them. I got some lambs. I got some lambs quarter. I'm throwing them. I like to call them my weed eaters because they're weed eaters. Here you go, nosies. I just threw them some extra hay earlier. Maybe they're just having a hungry day. But I wanted to show you some things since last time I was in here and filmed a video. So where do I start? Okay. Start over here in this corner. This hollyhock, she's gotten quite a few, and from far away she kind of looks really dark, but when you get up on her, she's so beautiful. And look at this poppy. Hello. I don't remember planting this. Maybe it was in a mix. Oh, fun fact in case you didn't know, hollyhocks back in the olden days, it used to be super rude to ask where the bathroom was, the outhouse, and so they would plant hollyhocks. Excuse me, miss. They would plant hollyhocks by the outhouse so people wouldn't have to ask where the outhouse was because it was impolite. And then people would just know. There's no outhouse over here in this corner. I just like hollyhocks. This is a poppy. This is one that's gotten crazy. But this was exactly what the first one looked like that bloomed in here. And I'm seeing so many fun things. It rained here. We had a good, decent rain. I don't know, 2 days ago, and it was good. And so every time after a rain in your garden, especially since we haven't had rain in a couple months, it makes a difference. And this year I've been really good. Normally I'm like dreading the heat, dreading summer, I guess probably because it's been a cooler summer, but we've had some hot weeks too. And I have been a really good sport about it. I think it's because we had such a long, hard winter that I've really been enjoying this season of summer and enjoying the garden. And actually, I enjoy every season. Every season has its pros and cons. But this is what the poppy had looked like. I don't know. It's kind of closing for the night, but it's kind of dark inside. That is exactly what the first poppy looked like that I grew. These Parisian markets, guys, the greens are getting massive. The carrots, which they are. Oh, this is a nice one. Oh no, it's not. It's not bad. They're little. I told you you can get a big size of a radish, but they're the tastiest carrot you ever had. If you don't grow them, you need to. This raspberry bush got crazy. And also, look. Hello. The first one I saw, though, was over there. Would you like a carrot, ma'am? Hello, little ma'am. Here you go. Take the carrot. It's just you're snobby. The only row of Borascas I'm seeing with serious damage is this first one. I'm still having to walk through my bed. I haven't gotten rid of these guys yet. These raspberries, they're in my pathway. They're getting crazy. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. There's a few in here that are ripe. This is exciting. They're not quite ripe yet. They're getting close. I'm headed over this way to show you the most exciting thing. I had told you this was gonna happen, but did you know it? No. Look at, not only do I have one, I have five sunflowers. Aren't they beautiful? But I also, these poppies are out of control over here and they're falling over. If you hear a slurping, it's a pig. He doesn't have any manners. Okay, this poppy fell down. But look, hello, beauty. Normally they're standing straight up, but somehow she got, this is one of my favorites. Believe that's the frosted salmon poppy. Here is, this one flopped down too. What is going on? This one's a beauty. Had to feed the geese. So we have sunflowers, we have poppies. It's a very exciting time. And I just like to show you. But I had one sunflower that was taller than me the other day. Now look, I have a bazillion. Wonderful. So, pretty excited. This is why I call Sunflower Alley, because it's literally an alley of sunflowers. It gets a little hard to walk in here at a certain time of year, but I just love it so much. It's like my favorite place on planet Earth. This garden is amazing, and pretty soon it'll be so gloriously wonderful, which it already is getting there. I think you guys, if you're new here and you haven't been here and seen this, will get the vision. But just, I tell you guys time and time again, wait till August, and this garden just, it's like creeping, and then poof, it looks like a normal garden in somewhere else. But it takes a bit of patience to get there in a Central Oregonian garden, and once you get there, it very much pays off. I don't know, when did I film that video last? A couple days ago? And this is what happens. It's amazing. Ooh, almost forgot. Look at all the calendula starting to I need to harvest that for this year's. She's becoming crazy. Excuse me. Okay. I gotta come back here for my daily dose. We harvested a crap ton of gooseberries. Me and my twins came out and did it, but there's still so many left. I gotta be careful because this bush is prickly. Yes, the peanut gallery is still here. Hello, peanut gallery. For the first time ever, we separated little Miss Patty last night. I got a nice gate. Normally I'm like throwing together scraps of things to make it work, but this year we got a nice gate, put up some real boards, and she has a stall in a little out area of the stall. It'll probably be in a different video, but she got separated for the first time last night. And you separate her from her mom. A lot of big dairies will separate them within like 24 hours. They'll get the mom's colostrum and separate them. Well, Miss Patty's 3 months. We should have separated her a while ago, but we were still getting like a gallon and a half. Hey, she's trying to snake my sunflowers. Hey, don't be mooing at people. She also could be in heat, which is why she's so temperamental. We were getting a gallon or so I was perfectly fine with not separating. And then now we're getting like 2 squirts and that's it. So little Miss Patty had to get separated. And we're back in the milk business. Okay. Mia, stop snooping. This is why we have a nice fence between. Oh, sad. I'm gonna take this. I accidentally broke it. I'm gonna propagate it. No. Look at her. She's eyeballing me. She's like, give me a leaf. Golly. Oh, no, that's not right. I think we got all the right ones, Mia. I know. What are we gonna do? Way down yonder. This is serious. Gotta set you down because We gotta find some berries for today. Hey! Well, this got treacherous, but I found a bunch and may have accidentally took some leaves. We gotta spit the stems out, but woo-hoo. That one wasn't quite right. A little bit sour. I don't think any of these are right. That one was good. Like on the cusp of ripe, so it had the sweetness, but still very, very tart. I think I'm gonna have to give this bush, we plucked a ton off, so I'm gonna have to give it some time. Horseradish, this is one. Here you go. Got some lamb's quarter for you. I've been the slacker lady because when we came through and weeded a bunch, I didn't have any weeds to give the geese, and it's like I have to pay the geese. I have to pay the geese off when I come in here because in order for them to stop squawking, I have to give them some treats. And geese are herbivores, if you didn't know. They like greens, where chickens, they'll eat anything, like meat, whatever you give them, they'll eat it. Basically, they'll eat each other. They're crazy. Chickens are savages. But geese are more particular. They like leafy greens, and they don't eat meat. And so I have to pay my dues, and then they be quiet for a little bit. I see a little friend over here. This is... That's not... That is not my first strawberry of the year. It is my third. I know. We are rolling in the harvest. Oh, cracking myself up. Okay. I have one more I've been eyeballing over here. That'll be my fourth strawberry of the year. But don't feel bad for me for my lack of strawberry harvest, because I've had a good run. I go to my mom's and snack on hers. But I've had a good gooseberry year, so don't feel bad for me for my lack of strawberries, even though it is a little pitiful. But to see all these things coming in, it's gonna be glorious. Okay, look at elderberries blooming. It's pitiful. Now these are pitiful. They've been here for like 5 years. That's all they give me, a measly thing. Okay, you ever have a hungry day where you're just like, you feel like you're just ravaging? Well, I feel like that's what's happening to these people. Suki's pregnant. She's gonna be due. She's due in October. At the end of October, like the 22nd, which is my nephew's birthday. Me obviously is giving milk to us and has a baby, so. And she's been going into heat since month 1 of delivery, so she hasn't had much of a break, and we haven't bred her. But anyway, there's a lot of fun things going on around this joint. Oh, this currant bush is still crazy. I gotta bust open this insect netting. I was debating on just using frost cover because that's what I had on hand, and because this was taking so long. But not for frost, but for insects. And also, I don't have any hoops. There's a guy locally that... Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm going to finish this thought, and then I'm going to tell you this exciting thing that I just discovered. They're having a hungry day. Better go get them a 3rd serving. I don't do this often. But if they're nagging me, typically there's a reason. They have plenty of water. I know they're mad that I didn't let them out. But... I do feel bad for the pregnant lady and the nursing mother, so more, hey, it is. Okay. So I was like, not for frost, but also there's this guy local to me and he's selling the hoops, the fiberglass rods, $15 a pop. Okay, if I need 10, is that $150? It's later than it looks out here. It's getting dark, but that's 1 row. Nah. So I do have some PVC, but it's like super tall and I don't want to cut it down because it's good for my high tunnel rows. So I don't really want to ruin that. I'd have to buy more stuff. Or another option would be to just put it over and see what happens. Like with frost cover, this is speaking from experience. So like if you're covering your potatoes and there's a frost coming, if you just throw the frost cover over, because of the fact it's touching the leaves, it's still going to ruin your plant. So is it the same concept with insect netting? Or am I just trapping the insects inside if they already laid their eggs? But I'm not seeing any eggs on these plants. I'm going to look harder, but I'm not seeing it. So I'm just going to lay it over. That's the moral of my story I'm telling you, is I'm just going to lay it over and see what happens, because I'm not paying $150 a row times 4 rows. That's a lot of money. Heck to the no. A couple praise reports. If you're new here, I've done praise reports for years, and basically it's like the old church thing, and I just tell you something good, and then lots of people like to leave them in the comments about something that has good happen. So my praise reports this week, I have several. One, my barn is getting done, because my hay barn was like needing done, and I was really concerned I was gonna lose the whole thing soon, which I'm not. I'm just being dramatic, but it was leaking. So if it was raining outdoors and you were milking the cow in the barn, it was raining on you. And also this winter, like we had a really sloppy winter where it melted lots of ice, which is kind of unusual for us. It's kind of wet and really icy. That water was melting through the roof, going onto my hay, and then we couldn't get the hay bales apart because they were freezing. So new roof, praise report. Also got the pin up from his patty, and we're milking again, so we're back in the milk. My sister and I went to Costco, and she showed me that she was buying store-bought milk, and she told me that it was that I should be shameful because she's having to buy milk, and I felt the shame. So also, praise report, our meat chickens, they're getting, the natives are restless. Our meat chickens are coming. They got shipped today, and they'll be here this week. And this is our first round. We're doing it with some folks from church and my family, my parents, and my sister and brother-in-law. And we're doing our first round of meat chickens, and we got all the supplies, and we're ready to go. I'm pretty excited. So, and my high tunnel's doing really good, which is a praise report, and everything's just, obviously when I tell you these things, there's obviously things that are in my life that are struggles that I deal with personally. But what I want you to know is that it's still good to celebrate the little things. The new roof. I've always wanted a big fancy barn, but you know what? Sometimes you live on a small property and this shelter already existed, and inflation's insane, and sometimes there's other things that need to happen, like your fridge leaked all over your hardwood floors. Hardwood, like real legit hardwoods, and is buckling half your kitchen. And so then you had to get a new fridge, and then you have to pay to replace the hardwoods. So there's other things, but so little things. I may not have a big fancy barn, but I have a new roof, and I'm going to stay dry, and my hay's not going to freeze in the winter. You have to celebrate these small things, especially in I think our world today. It can be a very difficult place, and a lot of times things go awry, or times are tough, and it's good to celebrate the little things as well as the large things. So list your praise reports down below, and let's see something good, whether it's big or small. Put them down below. I thank you guys for watching and following along with me. Be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and I will see you on my next video. Bye guys. Okay, I just signed off, but I'm interrupting because I just remembered what I didn't show you. This is super exciting. Look at, as I'm covering, look at this. Do you see what that is? Those are baby Brussels sprouts. I've never grown Brussels sprouts successfully. Well, they haven't made it out of the seed starting tray, if I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, that's a praise report too. Brussels sprouts. This is just like really throwing off my garden vibes. Okay, bye.